What's happening, guys? Jason W. New Age Revolution down here in the cave for a Sunday rant. That's right. Last week we did a Saturday rant. Today we're going to do a Sunday rant. The only difference is it's a different day. Yeah. I don't know if that intensifies the rant or not. You know, one good thing about winter and the freezing coldness of the outside is that when I get like a 12-pack of beer, I don't even put it in the fridge. We have a couple of fridges in our garage, and because they're always filled with whatever, anything excess from the house. I buy ridiculous amounts of Pepsi, and one of them's always a beer fridge. But anyway, when it's this cold outside, I just leave the beer like in the garage on the floor, and then it becomes like almost like ice chippy, if you let it go too far. And I mean that's like that like hurts your throat cold, which is fantastic. All right, that's not the rant. Believe it or not, it's not the rant. So I've had a growing collection of TV guides, and a real I contacted somebody on Facebook Marketplace the other day, and I told him I'd swing by this weekend and get the items. I didn't. I forgot. So I'll message him on Monday and go pick them up. But I've got kind of like a TV obsession, right? And if I had unlimited space, if I had more room, I'd have a TV room, and I don't just mean like a room where I watch TV, but a room where I collected TVs. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got 5 televisions, and I reached out to a guy because he's got another, portable travel size TV, but then he's also got a Sony cam. What is it? A Sony watch cam or something like that. It's not a camera, but it's a Sony, like a Sony Pocket TV, and he's got one of those, and he was selling them for 20. I think he was selling for 20 and like 15. So the TV was 20 and the Sony Pocket was 15. And they had been on Facebook Marketplace for like 3 weeks. So I offered him 25 for both, and he was like, sure. So I got to go get them. I didn't get them. I need them. I'm gonna go get them this week. Then I'll have something to show you. But anyway, I've got this like growing obsession with televisions and this growing obsession with TV guides. I've got about 10, 12, 15 TV guides right now. And then there's a little mini, like there's a sub collection of the TV guides. I'm buying all the TV guides that have a Saturday night's main event in them, right? I've got 8 of those now. I've got the first 10 minus number 6. All right, so I've got 9 of them. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, no 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I got 9. Anyway, I read these things all the time. Anytime I get a new one, I go through them, and I literally go through from cover to cover, because there's a lot of fun things in these. And I guess the rant today is, what the heck ever happened to television? Why the rant last week was, why do things have to change? And I guess that's the rant to a degree today, but why did television have to morph into what it is now? Why did it have to become this massive, multiple companies and multiple networks and multiple this world, no, not worldwide, this countrywide takeover? Everybody has their hands in the television market. Everybody has their hands in the network market. Everybody has their hands in the programming market. And I hate it. And nothing makes me hate it more when I go back and I reread these old TV guides. Again, from cover to cover, because if you don't, you're going to miss out on the Kmart ad for a shop vac at $39.99 a shop vac. Right? And then you're going to miss out on sexy man cigarette ads, right? You're going to miss out on those. And then the stories, there's just fun little TV stories. The Elpo ad, right? But then, there's so many cigarette ads. The Sears ad for, home appliances. I love looking at those. There's some televisions. The tabletop color TV, 19-inch tabletop color TV going for $399. The floor model console color 25-inch screen, $599. Not bad, I guess. What's the Kenmore fridge go for? The Kenmore frostless refrigerator, $499. That's actually fantastic. $500 for a fridge. Now we have to pay $2,000 for a refrigerator because it has a television in it. Or it's a smart fridge. Or you can press the fridge and look in the fridge without opening the door, because that's really tough to do. So you can just it's so stupid. Again, why did we need, are we that bored? Are we that bored as humans? Do we have nothing else going on with our families, with our friends, with our careers, that we have to get excited about a smart fridge, right? This is why we have anxiety and depression and stress through the roof, because we have more things to think about than we ever have in any other generation. And yes, I know that other generations we had, the financial issues and wars and, shorter lifespans. I get it. So I'm not saying those people had it easy. I'm saying we have more stuff to think about and more stuff to want and more stuff to drive us insane. And television is a good example of that. So let's go to my favorite section of the TV guide that tells us the channel listings. Okay? You're not going to be able to see it. I can't really do but this right here, that's the channel listings for your local for your local cable system. So this is channels. So this must be a New York City TV guide, because this is channels listed in the New York metropolitan area. So these are cable. So, well, first of all, here's broadcast. Ready? We've got, and because it's New York, there's multiple CBS, NBC, and ABC. So we'll just say we got a CBS, we got an NBC, we got an ABC, and we got a WPIX, right? Because it's New York. Channel 11 WPIX. Video games. Then we've got a PBS, right? So far five broadcast channels. I don't see their Fox affiliate. Wow, those guys are going nuts up there. They're playing Star Wars Battlefront on PS4. And of course, the 9-year-old has to absolutely destroy the 6-year-old. And so when he gets mad, he jumps and jumps and jumps and screams, whatever. So we've got 5 broadcasts. I don't see Fox. Obviously, they had a Fox. They got a WOR Channel 9, which is awesome, right? That nothing screams 80s like Channel 9 out of New Jersey, out of Secaucus, New Jersey. Okay, so 5, there's got to be a Fox. And then here's their cable. Ready? This is their cable in 1984. This is March 84. So for, $20 or $14 a month, you got the Arts and Entertainment Network, which was not yet called A&E. It was called ART, the Arts and Entertainment Network. You got Bravo. You got the Cable News Network, CNN. You got ESPN. You got HBO, Lifetime, Cinemax, Madison Square Garden, MTV, Nickelodeon, Sports Channel, Showtime, TBS, the Movie Channel, and USA. That's it. Could you imagine a television system today that only provided us those main channels? I would be blown away happy with that. Blown away happy with that. So let's get into the programming. Okay, so let's take, not to even go through like the Saturday mornings and talk about the cartoons. I mean, that's not what I'm doing. What I'm talking about today is the fact that your options were so limited that you got very comfortable watching these television shows that were being offered to you, even if you didn't like them, or you went and you did other stuff. Okay, so let's take a look at noon on a Saturday, right? Here's our options. Biscuits the cartoon, Dance Fever, The Dance Show, The Weekend Special, The Puppy Saves the Circus, The Hardy Boys, and I'm sure it's not Matt and Jeff, but the old Hardy Boy, College Basketball, Syracuse versus Georgetown, Open Mind, which is a news discussion with former Mayor Ed Koch, Gourmet Cooking, The Business of Management, News on CNN, World Report on Lifetime, Women's Tennis on MSG. You can't do that on television on Nickelodeon, and something called Woman Watch magazine on USA. That's it. That's your television. So if it were me and I was just laying around on a Saturday afternoon, back then I'd probably watch You Can't Do That on Television, or check out the Hardy Boys and see what that's all about. But people watched so much smarter TV back then, right? Because they watched what they had available to them. So maybe they sat around and watched Woman Watch on USA, a women's magazine program. Women's Watch. You got Wild Kingdom, right? You got movies galore. Okay, and I'm not talking about like cable movies. Back then, a Saturday and a Sunday, especially a Sunday, was filled. Your broadcast channels were filled with movies, and they were usually black and white movies, and they were usually like not very famous movies. But you'd sit around and you'd watch them, and you would be entertained by them because you'd never seen it before. And movies were designated for theaters back then. So let's see. 1 p.m. on Channel 5, which New York's, that was the, what affiliate was that? Channel 5 in New York was what? You guys should know, right? Where's my New York people? I'm looking. Channel 5 in New York was WNEW, right? So WNEW, Channel 5 has Cops and Robbers from 1973. Just a movie. Just your standard movie. If you didn't watch that movie, you'd watch Crisis in Midair, 1979. TV movie examining the plight of a veteran air traffic controller, played by George Papard. Right? If you didn't watch that, at 2 o'clock you could watch Lil Abner from 1959, a movie. And if you didn't want to watch that movie, you could watch High Velocity at 4, a melodrama centering on the abduction of a corporate chief by guerrillas in an unspecified Asian locale. You see what I'm saying? Movies aplenty. Just sitting around watching the Sunday afternoon movie, followed by a Sunday mid-afternoon movie, then a Sunday mid-evening movie, and then your Sunday night of the movie of the week, right? And I just love the simplicity. I really do. I love the simplicity. I love the simplicity of the silly concepts that they came up with for television shows, for sitcoms, for your weekday, weeknight sitcoms. Here's one I've never heard of. 2 marriages, the dailies, a career, a family, a pregnancy. How much can one woman handle? I don't know. Right? And then we've got, what else we got for sitcoms? Right? We got St. Elsewhere. One Day at a Time. All right? A new show called Mama Malone. Premiere, new comedy series, Mama Malone. Take heaping portions of laughs, mix with a generous dose of love, throw in a pot full of hot water, and you've got Mama Malone. Mama's TV cooking show comes from her 4th floor walk-up kitchen. Her love for her family comes from the heart. When the two meet head on the air, the fun boils over. So it sounds like a Julia Childs type situation. She's got a cooking show. It is filmed in her home, and her family somehow gets involved. Okay, let me add it. I would love to see that. This is extremely short-lived. I have no idea who's in this, but guys, I mean, I just miss it. And then like forget your daytime movies. Wait till they put out a nighttime made-for-TV movie, Dark Mirror, starring Jane Seymour, right? Twins, beautiful, sexy, dangerous, so alike you couldn't be sure they weren't the same girl. Uh-huh. Even their lover couldn't tell. But he better learn, because one of them is a murderer. Dark Mirror. That's your Monday night movie of the week. Just incredible. Just incredible. I used to love these little Sears ads for the portraits, right? You go to your Sears studio, you get your portraits. And again, what do we have today? What do we have today? First of all, if you, I don't even know how you watch TV anymore. Okay, you've got to come up with some kind of streaming app. And I'll tell you this: I've told you before, we use YouTube TV. I do not watch YouTube TV other than AEW wrestling and an occasional sporting event, and that is it. Oh, the Go Big Show. My kids like the Go Big Show on TBS. I do not watch any over-the-air or network or broadcast or streaming television. I don't. There's nothing on. I can go. We have probably 65 channels with YouTube TV. There is absolutely nothing on any single one of those channels. I cannot tell you any television shows that are on primetime, 8 o'clock, ABC, the old, all the stuff that we grew up watching. I cannot tell you. I'd really have to think really hard to try to think if I remembered a commercial somehow that told me what was going to be on. What are the hot shows? Right? Are the CSI type shows still on? The Chicago Fire, Chicago Med. I remember hearing those. Are those still on? Because I have no idea. I have no idea. I literally do not want. And why? Again, why did it have to change? Why did we have to have, unlimited amounts of viewing opportunities? Why did we have to, not have any wait time to see a new movie? We can order it to our home. Why do we have to have instant gratification when it comes to television? Why do we have to have 70 options for sports channels so that we can watch any game, any time, any network, or any market, right? Whatever happened to just hoping that your team was going to be on a Sunday or a baseball game, right? Look, I'm a Yankees fan. I love the Yes Network. Thank you very much, Yes Network. But, God forbid whatever happened to reading about the score in the newspaper the next day or watching the highlights on SportsCenter. That was one of my favorite times as like an early teen, tuning into SportsCenter in the morning before school and just seeing all the highlights, who hit the home runs, who run, loved it. Loved getting scoring, loved SportsCenter, the scoring updates. Incredible. Loved it. We don't have that. We don't need that because there's a scroll thingy on the bottom of the screen that tells us the scores. Or we can actually just watch it happening live on our phones. Like, why? Why did it have to become so easy and so watered down and flooded? I mean, the market is flooded. I truly wish that there was a way that I could, if I had all the time in the world and all the ability and all the, unlimited resources, I would put runs of television together on like DVD. Like, I would do like a Saturday morning run. And I know they're out there. I know they're on YouTube. But I would do like a Saturday morning run and do cartoons for a half hour, put commercials in. Like I would have like day sets of TV with commercials. And I know some channels started to do that, like MeTV and Antenna TV, but they didn't do it fully. Because when you watch, Happy Days and it goes to a commercial, it's a crappy commercial about modern junk with modern agenda being pushed down your throats. And it's not the same. That would have been a gold mine to me if like MeTV or Antenna TV also included old commercials too. It'd just be like going back in time. TV has been destroyed for me. It'll never be the same. And that's why, my top reading, my top choice for reading is the TV Guide. And I only survive off of my old television shows on DVD, my movies, and old wrestling. That's it. That is literally my television viewing. Absolutely 100% guaranteed. I do not watch anything else other than my old shows on DVD, my old wrestling, and movies. And, for the most part, they're not even new movies. They're just catalog Blu-ray titles that I get off Amazon. Anyway, that's my rant. No rhyme, no reason, no beginning, no end. Actually, this is the end. Good night now.